A single logo on a Formula One car can cost a brand over $100 million. For their 5-year deal with Red Bull Racing, the tech company Oracle is reportedly paying around $100 million per year. But at 200 miles per hour, that logo is just a blur. So why are the world's smartest companies spending a fortune on something you can't even see? The truth is, they're not just buying a sticker. They're buying into a hidden financial playbook that has very little to do with selling you a product and everything to do with securing global prestige and power. For decades, Formula One was seen as a glamorous but niche European motorsport. Then, a show on Netflix completely shattered that perception. Drive to Survive unlocked a younger, more diverse, and digitally native fan base, especially in the United States. Since the show first aired, F1's global fan base has surged by 63%, and its social media following has exploded from 18.7 million in 2018 to more than 115 million in 2026. Suddenly, F1 wasn't just a sport, it was a full-blown global entertainment platform with a cumulative TV audience of over 1.5 billion. The sheer volume of eyeballs is massive, but the real value is in the quality of that audience. The average fan age has dropped, with 43% of fans now under 35, and female viewership has climbed to 42%. This new audience are exactly the people that luxury and tech brands are desperate to engage. And this new audience isn't just watching, they're buying. A 2025 survey found that 39% of Gen Z fans are more likely to consider a product from an F1 sponsor. They represent the next generation of C-suite executives, investors, and high-net-worth individuals, making them an invaluable long-term asset for any forward-thinking company. So the real question is, what is the hidden financial playbook that makes a blurry logo worth a 9-figure investment? To understand that price tag, you have to break down the system into 3 layers. The first layer is the obvious one: brand association. When a luxury or tech company puts its logo on an F1 car, it's not just advertising, it's making a statement. It's tying its name to innovation, precision, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. It's a way of declaring that they operate at the very top of their industry, just like these teams operate at the pinnacle of motorsport. This has been true since the early days of sponsorship, but the brands have evolved from tobacco and oil to cybersecurity and cloud computing. This shift from advertising industrial commodities to showcasing intangible services is crucial. For tech firms like HP, Oracle, and Google, it's innovation theater. A logo on the world's most data-intensive sport tells the world that the team trusts this brand's technology to find its competitive edge. It's a powerful, real-world demonstration of capability, not just a passive association. The second layer is the hidden money. The Paddock Club. Don't think of it as just a VIP lounge. Think of it as one of the world's most exclusive and active business networking hubs. For a price that can start at over $5,000 per person for a weekend, guests get unparalleled access and world-class hospitality. But the real value isn't the champagne or the gourmet food. It's the environment. Here, in a relaxed atmosphere fueled by adrenaline and champagne, multi-million-dollar deals are initiated. The roar of the engines replaces the silence of the boardroom, and a shared passion for motorsport becomes the ultimate icebreaker. A sponsorship doesn't just buy a logo on the car, it buys a seat at these exclusive tables where a casual conversation over a qualifying lap can lead to a partnership that dwarfs the initial investment. The consulting firm Cognizant reportedly attributed several major B2B deals directly to its partnership with Aston Martin, including one single deal worth a reported $100 million. The third layer is not about selling a product, it's about curating a world. For luxury brands, the car isn't a billboard. It's the centerpiece of a carefully constructed dream of elegance, style, and aspiration. Think of an F1 car like a billboard driving at 200 miles per hour. Not every spot on that billboard is created equal. The logo of a title sponsor, like Oracle on the Red Bull, is like a storefront on Fifth Avenue. Prime real estate seen in every head-on shot, costing tens or even hundreds of millions. A major partner logo on the side pod or rear wing is more like a highway exit sign, still highly visible, but for a de-errant price, often in the $5 to $25 million range. And a smaller logo on the nose cone, mirrors, or even the driver's suit is a more targeted placement costing anywhere from $1 to $5 million. The price difference between the nose cone and a full title sponsorship can be over $80 million. Each location is priced based on its on-camera visibility, its association with victory, and its role in the story the brand wants to tell. Let's look at how this works in the real world. This strategy is most visible before the cars even hit the track. The Paddock Walk has become the new runway, and drivers are the new style icons. Take Ferrari. In a multi-year deal, the team partnered with Giorgio Armani. When you see the drivers in elegant Armani attire, it's a powerful statement uniting two pillars of Italian excellence: high fashion and high performance. When Adidas partnered with Mercedes, they launched a Adidas X Mercedes AMG Petronas F1 teamwear for the public, transforming team apparel into high-end fashion. For a brand like CrowdStrike, a leader in cybersecurity, partnering with the Mercedes AMG Petronas team is about demonstrating performance under pressure. F1 teams manage enormous amounts of data, up to 1 terabyte per race weekend, and protecting that intellectual property is critical. This isn't just generic data, it's the team's most vital intellectual property, from aerodynamic simulations to real-time race strategy. By securing the team's data, CrowdStrike proves its capabilities in a high-stakes environment, a message that resonates powerfully with potential enterprise clients. This relationship is so integrated that CrowdStrike's CEO is now a co-owner of the Mercedes team. But if you want to see all three pillars working in perfect harmony, look no further than the multi-brand strategy of LVMH in Formula One. Following a major 10-year global partnership and estimated $1 billion that began in 2025, LVMH brands are deeply woven into the fabric of the sport. First, prestige. Louis Vuitton now creates the bespoke trophy trunks for every Grand Prix winner, ensuring the brand is forever linked to the most iconic moment of every race weekend: Formula One victory. Then comes the battle for status fought in the Watch Wars. Tag Heuer, another LVMH brand with deep roots in motorsport, returned as the Eichel timekeeper of Formula One, taking over from its rival Rolex and re-establishing its historic dominance in F1 timing. This wasn't just a business deal, it was a strategic coup. In the high-stakes world of luxury watches, displacing your main competitor on the world's premier motorsport stage is a statement of dominance, reinforcing Tag Heuer's brand narrative of being the authentic choice for racing connoisseurs. Finally, the networking and experiential piece is handled by Moet and Chandon, whose champagne, once again, is used for the iconic podium celebrations, ensuring the world of LVMH is felt at every level of the race experience. Through this collection of strategic partnerships, LVMH targets fashion, watches, and hospitality, all through one powerful platform. And this is where it's all heading. As more non-automotive, pure luxury and B2B tech brands pour money into the sport, F1 is cementing its status as a stage for global power brokers. The sports calendar expanded into markets like Las Vegas and Miami, not just for the racing, but for their appeal as destinations for high-end corporate hospitality. Sponsorship is no longer side income for F1. It's a core economic pillar. In 2025 alone, F1's central sponsorship revenue was estimated at $840 million, while the 10 teams collectively generated a staggering $2.04 billion from sponsors in 2024. In fact, teams now earn significantly more from sponsorships than they do from the sport's prize money pool, which was an estimated $1.27 billion in 2024. This proves that F1 teams are not just racing businesses, they are sales organizations with cars attached. The question is, as F1 continues its transformation into a platform for global luxury and business, will the sport drive the brands, or will the brands start to drive the sport? So why does a company pay $100 million for a logo that just flashes by in a blur? Because they aren't buying ad space, they're buying something far more valuable. They're buying global prestige, tying their brand to excellence and victory in front of a massive, young, and eluent worldwide audience. They're buying elite access, getting a pass to the exclusive Paddock Club, a B2B networking hub where deals are made that can generate returns far beyond the cost of the sticker. And they're buying lifestyle curation, using the world's most glamorous sport as a stage to build an ecosystem of aspiration around their products. When you put all those factors together, you realize that the logo on an F1 car isn't an expense. It's a multifaceted strategic investment in prestige, networking, and validation.